Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Tabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a ridiculous show for you guys here today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about that damn Nick Wright again, man. I try my best not to listen to Nick Wright, but I mean, he works on major sports platforms, so apparently you're going to hear what he has to say, and then when he puts out ridiculous takes, I feel like it's my obligation to speak to the point of view of what our audience believes. And some people out here actually believe that our audience is supposed to be thinking like Nick Wright's followership. I don't even know what the hell to say, but as you guys know, we have a lot of LeBron supporters that track our channel literally every single day. They track our channel. I don't know, they're not subscribed, but they follow our content very carefully. I don't know how they do this. They know every single thing I say, and they sit there and they just wait for like a buzzword for me to say, like the word LeBron or something like, or James or something like that, or GOAT, and then they pick up on that, and then what they do is then they immediately start commenting. These are usually the first people, and then some of them take it a step further, and then they even make shows about me, right? And then they'll tell me, oh, LeBron lives rent free in your head, but meanwhile they're watching every single thing that I do. I don't watch you, you watch me. I don't watch you. If you don't make a video about me, I'm never watching you, ever. You watch me. I don't watch you. So, they always do this. They sit there and then they start harassing some of the viewers that we have on our channel. It's fine. And if you notice, I don't block most of them. I allow them to speak. I allow you to have your piece, unless you become so belligerent, then I got to block your ass. But anyway, so as you guys know, there was a bit of news that dropped yesterday where we found out that Michael Jordan was going to be selling the majority stake in the New Orleans Pelicans. And I think, now here's what's interesting about that. I think before he sold that stake, he was worth $2 billion. The stake he's selling is worth $3 billion. So I don't know if MJ is going to be worth around $5 billion or $3 billion. I'm unsure about that. Because if he was worth $2 billion before it, I think he has to be worth more than $3 billion, unless I misunderstood it. But anyway, so I was like, well, this is a non-story. And the reason we didn't do a show about it, because I was like, well, I don't know how much of our audience really cares about this particular show, and I don't know what I want to say. Okay, he sold the team, great, and then what? I'm going to make a 10-minute show out of this. I didn't really think it was a segment worth touching. But I noticed some of these LeBron zealots were kind of like following us and kind of talk about this, because I think in their mind they thought, oh, wait a minute, this is a moment when Jordan failed. A guy bought a team for $300 million, sells it for $3 billion, makes what, 10x his money, and then all of a sudden he failed. It's these people are unreal, the way they reason. So yesterday I saw a segment on First Things First, and it featured Nick Wright, who I now believe is the one that picks some of these topics, because I can't believe that Chris Broussard would come up with a topic like this. And basically they produced a segment on this particular topic of Jordan selling his team, and Nick Wright was actually up there trying to make a case. Well, this proves that Jordan failed. So what we want to do is we want to play this nonsense for you quickly, and then just to give you guys some context and listen to also some of the things that Chris Broussard had to say, and then we're going to come back and continue with the show. Take a listen to this garbage.
Brew is the rock of Gibraltar on this. He is not going to be moved.
Well, okay. Best player?
No, on anything, all things Jordan. You're not moving. Okay, well then.
I mean,
I don't think Jordan is. I don't think Brew is movable.
I don't think he's Muhammad Ali. If you're talking about off the court,
partially movable. But I'm really talking I'm talking to America here, because I think the audience, even Jordan acolytes, will say to themselves, let's kind of make some good points. My entire life, when we have talked about Michael Jordan, the greatest player ever, part of the story has been, and the shoes, and made the bald head cool, and the marketing, and the Jumpman logo. It's not the biggest part, but it has been part of the story.
Sure.
Also, yes, because hold on,
Have I ever?
Wait, I'm not talking about your case. The mystique of Jordan, that even if someone ends up being better, they won't have all of these things, is what I've been told. Furthermore, I would posit this: if Michael Jordan's run as an owner was dynastic, if it was awesome, if Jordan went from on the court to in the front office and they reeled off championships, everybody watching knows. People would be like, see, look at him. That's one of the reasons he's the GOAT. No, everything he touches turns to gold. So when his run as owner, can we show the full screen, please? On the court, basketball-wise, he's the worst in the league for 15 years. It's got to count a little. It's got to be a little bit of the tapestry. Or we have to take all the other stuff away. And we're saying we're not talking about shoes or iconography or any of the stuff.
Stop it.
What?
Have you ever, when we've debated about Jordan, have I ever brought up shoes?
You haven't. But you're not the only person who argues it.
I'm the best at arguing it, though. I'm the one that wins. But no, look, nobody would say in their right mind that Michael Jordan has the best legacy in basketball, on or off the court. All that's off the court. LeBron's legacy off the court is much better in terms of social justice. Jordan, got roasted in the black community for not speaking out on social issues. Now, I think he's done some great things since then. One of the second black majority owner in the NBA from Bob Johnson. Just as you said, sold for $3 billion. I mean, unbelievable. Now he's going to be right up there close to Oprah, as wealthiest African-American in the country. So I think he's done some things that are important for African-Americans off the court since he's retired. But, Nick, when I say Jordan's the GOAT, it is not, his legacy in all of basketball, talent evaluation, executive. Yeah. It is as a player.
Sure.
Period. And now, I do agree. Like, I would say Jordan's iconic.
Yeah.
And that's where the shoes and all that comes in. But this has nothing to the opposite of your argument is saying Jerry West, awesome front office executive. Yeah, he was a great player, won a championship, was a finals MVP when they lost. And then you look at what he did in the front office, drafted Kobe. He's the GOAT.
It helped.
I mean, that would be like saying.
But it helps.
And no, it doesn't really.
The late great Elgin Baylor,
we're talking about
his Clippers tenure hurt him. Yeah, we're talking about basketball.
So you heard what Nick Wright had to say. I've never seen someone consistently give so many lame arguments like Nick Wright when it comes to this Jordan thing. I've never seen it. Nick Wright is a troll. Guys, he's a troll. Nick Wright is a troll. He's a grifter. He's not somebody to be taken seriously when you talk about basketball. There are tweets out there of Nick Wright taking shots at LeBron in like 2010, 2011. Yes, Nick Wright. He's a troll. He's a clown. He's not somebody to be taken seriously when he talks about sports. At all. Nick Wright is the only person I ever heard anywhere say that LeBron became the GOAT in 2016. Who else would say something so idiotic? Who else? Who else said that? Even Shannon Sharp, for all of his, support for LeBron, he didn't even say something like that. He didn't. It was only Nick Wright, and that's how he made his name. Nick knew that the only way for me to make a name for myself is to say ridiculous things. I can't really make a name for myself saying things that actually make sense. So I got to go against the grain and just basically grift and piss people off, and therefore I get people talking about it. It's absolute lunacy. We even put up a comment on our channel. I said Jordan sells the team for $3 billion, and in Nick Wright's mind that means LeBron is better. What's next? LeBron has more hair on his head than MJ, so he's a GOAT. This is actually lame. This is beyond lame. It's lame as corny. So you can't win the GOAT. You can't win the GOAT debate on the court. So now let's take it off the court. Now let's make it about what you're doing off the court. I don't understand this. I don't understand these people, man. I don't understand them. And they get upset. They get a type of way. They're going to cuss, get in a feeling. I am never stooping down to the level to be cussing on here and all of this stuff. I'm never doing that. Never. Why would we build our brand up to now be working with a lot of stuff? Y'all going to see a lot of stuff coming down the turnpike in the next few weeks and months. You're going to see a lot of stuff coming down to be up here associating myself with the dirtiest section of sports YouTube in the world. Why the hell would I associate myself with you? When you up there, you all in your feelings and you cussing. You can't even control your emotions. Corral your emotions, bro. Hold on to yourself. Squeeze yourself. Can't even talk without, I got to cuss and all of that. Ain't nobody associating with your bum ass. Like, stop. Excuse my language. I got to say it. These guys, man, And the funniest thing, again, I'm going to say it. In all of this, LeBron has said nothing. In all of this, LeBron has said nothing. All he did was respond to some comments that the head coach made. Fine. But on all of this, he said nothing. And as I said it before, I'm going to say it again. LeBron, apart from his antics and all of that, I'm going to say this. The issue I'm having is not with LeBron, I'm beginning to understand. It's with his followers. Some of these guys are just ridiculous. And they don't like it. But then guess what? They will still be here every day. Stalking my page, stalking our channel, stalking it. They can't help it. They can't help it. You can't block these people because if you block one, they'll go out there, get another account, and come back again. This is it's like ants, man. I don't know what you got to do. You throw water on them, turn off the lights, spray them. You think you got them. 15 minutes later, they back in the house again. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with these people. But this is a lame argument. Since you can't win it on the court, you now got to go off the court to what do you? Oh, well, look at what Jordan did. So how successful was LeBron with the basketball team he owned? Oh, that's right. He never owned a team. So why are you bringing up this point? What are you going to talk about? Well, LeBron is building schools now, so therefore what, he the GOAT? What's next? LeBron is he smiles more. He hangs out with his kids more. Like, what's next with you dudes? I cannot, bro. Some of y'all, man. Some of you dudes, oh my Lord, y'all are the only fan base that behave, the only ones. Dudes will message you on Instagram, yo, why you talking about LeBron like that? I think you a sucker. That's what they do. They're the only ones to do this. The only ones. I don't understand you dudes. I cannot understand you guys. The most sensitive fan base in the NBA. Period. It's not even close. It's not even. And the part that gets me is that you guys have so many media plants up there that are twerking it up on a daily basis for you guys. And it's not enough. It's like you guys want absolute control of the narrative. Everybody should be saying what you guys want them to say. And if they're not saying what you guys want them to say, you now start harassing them. I don't understand. You want everybody? You want everybody? You want all the good people? Man, come on, stop. This is lame. This is lame. This is lame. This is what a bozo does. This is lame. I just want to bring it up because some people think that, oh, Jordan, he's infallible. Like, bro, Nick, you ain't got nothing else to say. You ain't got no argument to make. None. Nick knows. Nick knows that for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it is, that all of these points that he's up there making, nobody's falling for it. It's still a fringe opinion to think that LeBron is as good as, it's a fringe opinion. It's a fringe. When you have 8 out of every 10 people saying this, it's a fringe opinion. I'm not talking about what people are publishing on these these sports media publications. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about when you talk to fans. It's not resonating at all. And the irony is MJ doesn't even speak. He doesn't post nothing. People just know. This guy's when MJ went to the 75th anniversary, Nick Wright, this Nick Wright right here, he said, oh, this was the last moment MJ is going to, when he went up there in Cleveland, by the way, in Ohio, and he got the biggest applause in Ohio. Nick Wright said, this is the last moment that Michael Jordan is going to be, this is the last moment we're going to see Michael Jordan relevant. This is Nick Wright. This is Nick Wright. These are the people that say, oh, people act like MJ's career is only 6 years long. People act like MJ's career. Someone sent me a video this morning. I didn't even think about it. Do you realize MJ, while he was playing, I think the Chicago Bulls had him for about 12 healthy seasons. He has 6 championships. The Cavs had LeBron for 11 healthy seasons. They have 1. This is what Chris Broussard had to say. That's what Chris Broussard, ain't what I said. That's not what I said. That's what Chris Broussard, and he's a LeBron supporter. You can never take these people seriously, but guess what? They will be here every single day, and I'll prove something to you just to show you. I know these people. This is what will happen. The minute we publish this show, what I want you to do is go look at the first comments. The very first comments that are published on this particular show, if you look carefully, you'll see is these guys. This is what they do. LeBron is living rent-free in my head. Meanwhile, you're stalking our page. But he lives rent-free in my... So what am I doing in your head? Pause. So to me, man, I don't get it. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on this, just the sheer just the sheer madness of it. It is, I mean, it comes off as desperate. You look desperate when you try to make an argument like this. Well, look at MJ. He failed. I mean, he 10x his money, but he's such a failure. What a failure he is. Look, he 10x his money and he's a failure. Look at him. And then somebody in the room said, but MJ sucks as a team owner. So how's LeBron as a team owner? And then somebody stood up and said, he never owned a team. So why are you bringing up this point? Oh, I don't know, because I'm stupid.